Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And I'm not sure that it gets any more retro than the fabulous Freebirds. And here we have Terry Gordy, one of the members of that very, I guess, club, tag team, get-together, group, affiliation, you know, all those kind of things. This is obviously a two-pack with Terry Gordy as Terry Gordy and Terry Gordy as the Executioner. This is kind of those wild things that you really wouldn't ever think you're going to get, but the best way to get it is to do something like this, where you throw in something from maybe the kind of pre-Attitude, right on the fringe era with the Executioner, and something back from the territory, kind of NWA, AWA type time frame. So you get a little bit of fans from each side of things. But here's a quick package shot, looking like only a normal current day package would look. And we got a little blurb here. It says, Terry Gordy, first time in the line, from Bad Street, USA. Finishing move, the Powerbomb. Whether the enforcer of the fabulous Freebirds or the executioner of WWE, Terry Bam Bam Gordy was one of the toughest superstars to ever lace up a pair of boots. And I guess his career highlights was a WCW Tag Team Champion, which I actually just watched some of him in WCW as the Tag Team Champion, and a UWF, a Hall of Fame inductee. And I do not know much of anything about the UWF, so I guess that's something I might have to look into. I do have a Chelsea Green on pre-order, so we will take a look at that down the road. I am a little tempted by this Cowboy Brock Lesnar, but it's one that I'll have to long game on, because it's just, you know, who knows if we're ever really going to see him again in the WWE, so I think I can hold out. I got kind of the Ultimate Edition and then a few others. I think it was the, Ruthless Aggression era Brock Lesnar. So I've got a pretty good amount of those. But what I do not have a pretty good amount of is one Terry Gordy. So this is a cool deal right here. Excited to get this. First time in the line, and I'm sure last time in the line. But there we are, hanging out in his plastic prison. Obviously some pretty cool get up, extra accessories and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and see if we can get all this good stuff out of here with little to no problem. So the head's hanging out inside the cape there. That's interesting. He's got his little, definitely first time, last time in the line accessory. No doubt about that. And some good old C-grips. I'm not sure that Terry Gordy is really known for talking too much on the mic, but he may need it for his executioner equipment there. So let's see. We do need here a little stabby, a little quick cut action. Adios. Thank you for playing. There we go. Free from his plastic prison. Let's get the accessories going on right here. Let's go ahead and get Terry up on a figure stand here. We can look at him as both versions, so we'll set him off to the side. So as we said, his accessory here is a little, you know, obviously an executioner axe. You can kind of do the math there. Few C-grip hands, nothing to write home about. One taped up, no big deal there. And then the kind of the highlight, I think, is the executioner head and his robe. I mean, oh, let's see, does the head come out of this? I'm sure that it does. Oh, come on, what are we doing? You just hanging out in there? There we go. Look at that face. That is a face only a Freebird loving individual could, in fact, love, because woof, he's looking rough. And I know at this point in his career, he wasn't doing too swell health-wise, or really just kind of overall. But this is a very nice cape. Look, I mean, it's got a lot going on for it. I'm not sure. I guess these can go around his... Oh, yeah. So these probably go around his arms. So he's able to kind of, you know, pose out and stuff like that as he goes. Nice little flare there on the side. So pretty cool overall. Not nothing to not write home about. You know, if you wanted to pin a quick letter home to Ma and tell her about this robe, that would not be a bad idea. So pretty cool there. And he even has some jammies. Look at these jammies. I did not know that he came with jammies. So pretty cool. We will get him all suited up in that. But first, let's get him as just himself here. As probably his, well, I wouldn't say probably, his definite more iconic persona as just straight up Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Looking like Terry Gordy. I mean, he's definitely not a overly handsome individual. He's definitely a brawling brute of an individual. Black trunks, again, it is what it is. This is something I think you could pass on writing that note home to Ma about. But black boots, white socks underneath. And then, yeah, I mean, white wrist tape, that is pretty much all that he has going on for him in this form. But let's go ahead and get him all suited up in his good old executioner outfit and kind of see why I think that's the path we're going to take for display. Alright, we got the executioner all set up. I will say, super easy to get him in this outfit. When you kind of pull everything apart, it kind of looks scary, but he slides in really good. Mattel did a absolutely amazing job at this little onesie pull-up thing that he's got going on here. So super easy to get on, head easy to pop on and off, no problem there. Hood obviously can go up here. Just kind of wanted you to see his face on there. So, but you know, he's kind of hidden in mystery there. But looks very good. Just such a niche, random character. I think he appeared like something like 5 times, had 1 match or something like that on WWE programming. But he did have a couple memorable moments, and I think that's obviously why we are getting this figure. And he was a part of the Jakks Bone Crunching line. I think he came in with 3 or 4 pack with like Undertaker, Paul Bearer, maybe Mankind, and like a Buried Alive set. Something like that. But he does hold the swish swish and individual weapon here, for lack of a better term. But I definitely won't be displayed with him because, as you can see, it's very long. It's, you know, pointing out the back here. So that just is kind of hard to display unless you're having just a good old, you know, Terry Gordy inspired shelf and you've got plenty of space for him. Then by all means, go ahead and do that. But for myself, I'll have him without it. But what do you guys think of this figure? Cool, good idea, bad execution. I definitely can't say that it's bad execution. Maybe it's execution, no pun intended. Maybe it's not the greatest, you know, figure choice, but things like this we got to get in line. We can't always have the Romans and the Codys and things like that, and the Austins and Rocks. You know, we got to get these deep cuts to really fill out our shelves. Especially somebody like me who really doesn't have multiple of the same character in a display. This is definitely one that definitely needed and definitely glad to have in my collection. But also what I would like to add to my collection is your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions. For what it's worth, it's pretty cool whenever we get to see a new comment, a new subscriber. It definitely keeps the motivation going. As we've always said, there's no plan to ever try to make money or anything off this site. We're just having a good time hanging out, but it's nice to see you guys tuning in, watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and all that good stuff. And of course, it's always better to know what you guys are into, liking, not liking, so go ahead and leave those comments. But it's time to go ahead and throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.